Have you ever wondered how your favorite TV show or channel makes money? Well, yes. We all thought about it once. But wouldn't it be so intriguing to actually know how they make money? If yes, then you are at the right place. We all are well familiar with the fact that television channels and shows generate their revenue through the advertisement they show in between. Daily soaps have become a very significant part of our daily lives. Whether youth or adults, daily soaps are everyone's dear. With such popularity, its commercial prospects are also rising. The directors and procedures of TV shows are putting all their creativity into making content that basically hypnotizes the audience and attracts them more. Contents from all languages, Bengali, Marathi, Hindi, Kannada, and others are preferred by a huge audience. With such immense popularity, these shows earn very smoothly through advertisements. In this article, we will be discussing how these TV shows earn money and how much they earn. Let's get started. While watching any TV show, news, or any other thing, several advertisements run in between of all kinds, some on repeat. For displaying this advertisement in between the shows, advertisers pay some amount of charge to the TV channels. The amount of charge varies as per its duration, as some ads are of 5 seconds or others of 10 seconds. The major source of income for the TV channels is received from the advertisers on displaying their ads. In fact, this is not limited to India only. Every daily soap and channel earns its money from advertisements only. Although these earnings through advertising aren't fixed. Every TV channel charges differently when it comes to displaying ads at various times. The biggest advantage for TV channels is its procedure of money generating through advertising. When it comes to how TV channels make money, they are split into two major categories. TV channels mainly earn through TRPs and DTH cable operators. TRP is elaborated as television rating point. In this, TV shows and channels are evaluated by their numbers of views per second. This also determines the popularity and love for the show or channel among the audience. The higher the TRP, the higher profit TV channels earn. Now, it comes to how they earn through this. Well, their popularity is alternatively specified by the number of advertisements shown during the show. As ads are the core for media houses and publications. The amount of money generated through this is distributed among the producers and TV channels in an agreeable proportion. However, the TV channels earn by the GRP, gross rating point. This is the standard advertising measure to calculate the ratio of total target market reached multiplied by the susceptibility frequency. DTH cable operators. This is one of the very intriguing ways for TV channels to make money. We all have used or heard about the set-up box connections. In this, we would have to subscribe to some channels so that we watch them. When we do so, a little amount of the total charge is given to the TV channels. This generates a good amount of money for the TV channels. Generally, people subscribe to high TRP channels only. The other low TRP channels are just working towards increasing their views. They usually do not charge money as they come free. As we have discussed how the TV channels make money briefly, now it's time for how much do TV channels earn? Through advertisements, there isn't any fixed rate of money that the advisor would pay. Suppose, a TV channel charges 2 rupees lakhs for 20 seconds of the ad. Then on a 25 seconds ad, it would charge 2,50,000. Different channels charge different amounts of money from the advertisers, based on their terms and conditions. However, the rate of the ads generally depends upon the proportion of TRP as it evaluates the number of people watching the channel. When the TRP of any channel is high, its rate of advertisements also increases. Talking about the highest TRP channels, Colors, Zee TV, Star Plus, Zee News, India TV, Sony, ABP News, and others, have the highest rate of advertisements. These channels charge around 3 to 4 lakhs for a 10-second ad. In the early years of television show production, television units were no longer as available to the masses as they are these days. As the availability of televisions and the innovation behind them grew, a new machine advanced. However, these days the commercial enterprise model for the television industry has been modified. It's moved unexpectedly to the subscription model of streaming networks. In this new version, customers buy subscriptions based on the whole solid content a streaming provider offers. Thousands of television shows use this model, using a slice from advertisements in generating advertising revenue. This business model is common as there are no monthly payments on TV advertising, thus generating more profit based on ratings alone, and generating revenue that much faster. The amount a show makes depends on factors including the national broadcasting system, network, program type, and size of the audience, generating more revenue through advertisements. What are the different ways that TV shows can earn money? TV shows can make money in a number of different ways. The most common is advertising, but they also have other income streams. For example, some TV channels are subscription-based and generate revenue from the fees that people pay to view them. Other shows may sell their episodes through iTunes or Amazon for download by fans who want to own the series permanently on their device. Sometimes advertisers will offer an advertiser exclusive with a show if they agree not to advertise elsewhere on that network for a period of time and agree to only advertise during certain times of the day or during specific programming blocks, a practice known as purchasing exclusivity. With so many options available, it's important for networks and producers to stay creative when trying new things. The fee for television display production is protected by using advertising. Television programs provide commercial slots that advertisers pay for, relying on factors such as demographics and rankings. Newer types of incorporated advertising and marketing such as product placement sell merchandise more inconspicuously through conversation or appearances, whilst promotional merchandise is at once associated with promoting the show's fanbase instead of external merchandise. Promotional products have something carefully related to a show to make it smooth for fans to support their preferred show. For a television show's cast, team, and network employees to be paid, and for the show to yield earnings, viewers, in exchange for amusement, need to undergo few minutes of classified ads or the appearance of unique merchandise in every episode. Media networks face stiff competition for the acquisition and distribution of content quality and exclusivity of content upload to the opposition across the media fee chain. Most networks seek content material in classes such as sports with special rights. A network typically can pay for each episode according to its license rate. After the first 12 months, a renewed series receives a better license price each year was on air. License charges additionally don't cover advertising or other network expenses. Prices are based on minimal ranking target guarantees made. If the show being bought outrates its target value, the advertiser gets the gain of the bonus. However, if the show doesn't meet its target value, the network has to pay reimbursement for the unrealized target value. Networks and advertisers negotiate charges or reductions based totally on the number of gadgets purchased, placement inside a given show, and within a given industrial smash, among different variables. Television stations are constantly updating their sales map, that is how much money they make at sure times on sure days. These figures are virtually straightforward to compile because they're based totally on real revenue earned in preceding months/quarters/years. Today, production charges are increasingly more shared between networks and manufacturers to mitigate financial hazards. Likewise, there is a more recent phenomenon of investment funds covering most of the television production expenses through cash flow. TV networks are on the rise of playing the role of production vendors. Online television is the new frontier of television viewing. Budgets are normally extra sober. A production company has a more innovative control, and there may be no such thing as syndication. Once published, episodes exist online in perpetuity. Revenue is a mixture of marketing, subscription, and sponsorship. The cable television business version is presently in the process of an intensive trade. Television shows were produced using a studio that paid affiliate television stations to broadcast them on their cable channels. These hedge budgets tend to be offered to high-profile producers rather than networks. Television stations make cash largely through on-air marketing in addition to prices to third parties for content retransmission. Cable television networks provide content material to vendors, together with telecommunications and satellite operators. They additionally make money selling airtime for commercials. If there are no advertisements, then it comes from subscribers' fees, merchandise sales, product placements, etc. Additionally, earnings from indirectly related investments, the television station could make their way back to the show. Television shows are rented to the network, and if the network makes their money back through advertising and marketing sales, they buy more seasons of the show. There's no way a network would give away extra money than they ought to, or that the shows could be given away for nothing but the promise of future sales. The production station earns money through promoting the television show. The networks earn sales through selling advertisements. Most shows are backed with the aid of one or two businesses earlier than they make it on stage. If the show gets popular, extra sponsors turn up, presenting to pay even more than the authentic sponsors. The television station backs some shows. The advertisements are run by using the station and not through the show itself. That's why television stations drop shows every time the scores drop or their viewer base drops. When a show buys airing time, the whole thing that happens throughout that time has ready being paid for through classified ads and sponsorships. Whether an ad or the actual application, the station cannot intervene. When you produce for public access to television stations, you have to provide the network along with your video content material, as you come to the terms of the agreement in exchange for their equipment used for manufacturing stated video content. Once they've agreed to the terms to air it, they keep a duplicate, but you can then do anything you need with your original content. That stated, if you have something really worth watching, you may upload your content to a monetized online media account. But public access affords you with a few quite high-quality equipment systems and centers with which to record the shows. If you have your very own equipment and several pals to help you along, try this alternatively. The best way to make money on TV is by watching ads. But what if you don't want to watch ads? Well, there are other ways for TV shows to make money. For example, a show might get paid by the network they're on, or an advertiser might pay them a fee in order to have their product featured during the show. Some people subscribe and pay monthly fees for a certain online or cable channel that only air one type of show like sports or comedy. And then there's online TV where revenue can come from marketing, subscription, and sponsorship. So, how do television shows make money besides commercials? They all depend on who pays them and how much they're willing to spend. You should always be aware of your options when it comes time for your favorite show to start airing again, so you know which method will work best for you. Television stations have, for years, depended on paid adverts and subsidized packages as a revenue version, shying away from growing their own content material. The production companies know that content creation is a money spinner anywhere, with large television networks proudly owning series, television shows, and even movies. They air these contents with integrated advertising and promotional merchandise to their clients and make a ton of cash on subscriptions, licensing, and ancillary sales. Because what matters the most is the audience's size, the number of watchers or subscriptions, the television shows make money even if no one watches ads. As a conclusion, TV channels earn a fancy amount of money mostly by advertising. It basically shows some seconds of advertisement in between its show and then charges some amount of money to the advertising company. The TV channels with the high TRP come out with the highest advertising rates. With an enormous fan base, TV channels are growing more promptly and are receiving great advertising deals. It's very fascinating to know how our favorite channel earns its revenue. Thank you for watching this video.